is coronavirus disease? COVID-19 is the infectious disease caused by the most recently discovered coronavirus. The most recently discovered coronavirus caused coronavirus disease, COVID-19. This new virus and disease were unknown before the outbreak began in Wuhan, China in December 2019. Coronavirus are a large family of viruses which may cause illness in animals or humans. In humans, several coronaviruses are known to cause respiratory infections ranging from the common cold to more severe disease, such as Middle East Respiratory Syndrome (MERS) and Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome (SARS). What is coronavirus symptoms? The most common symptoms of COVID-19 are fever, tiredness, and dry cough. Some patients may have nasal congestion, runny nose, sore throat, and diarrhea. These symptoms are usually mild and begin gradually. Some people become infected but don't develop any symptoms and don't feel unwell. Most people, about 80%, recover from the disease without needing special treatment. Around 1 out of every 6 people who gets COVID-19 becomes seriously ill and develops difficulty breathing. Older people and those with underlying medical problems like high blood pressure, heart problems, or diabetes are more likely to develop serious illness. People with fever, cough, and difficulty breathing should seek medical attention.
The recent coronavirus outbreak has created a sense of fear and paranoia within the people in a global mass. Thus, there are many myths or inaccuracies on how the coronavirus is spreading and the assumption of who might be mostly affected by it. While the actual truth on those sentiments are still unclear and under further investigations, but for the sake of simplicity, medical assessment on the coronavirus by WHO, World Health Organization, mostly from their coronavirus webpage, will be the only source taken into account as a general input. Based on their assessment on how the coronavirus is spreading, the virus is transmitted by a person infected with the virus to another person. The virus is transmitted through droplets from the nose or mouth, which are expelled when someone coughs, sneezes, or speaks. The droplets are relatively heavy and will sink to the ground quickly. To also add, the droplets have a possibility to land on common surfaces or objects around the person, such as doorknobs, tables, or handrails. A person can be infected if they make contact on those surfaces or objects that are stained with those droplets. Moving on to the next point, which will ascertain on the type of people most likely vulnerable to the coronavirus. Based on WHO's medical perspective, people for all ages are potentially at risk to be infected by the virus, but older people and people with pre-existing medical conditions, for example asthma, diabetes, or heart diseases, appear to be more prone to be severely ill by the virus. There is no further inference or specification on the claim even by WHO, but it seems that people with a weak immunity to counter the virus are at very high risk to be infected by the coronavirus.
What is the impact of coronavirus disease to the global economy? The economic damage caused by the COVID-19 pandemic is largely driven by a fall in demand, meaning that there are not consumers to purchase the goods and services available in the global economy. This dynamic can be clearly seen in heavily affected industries such as travel and tourism. To slow the spread of the virus, countries place restrictions on travel, meaning that many people cannot purchase flights for holidays or business trips. This reduction in consumer demand causes airlines to lose planned revenue, meaning they then need to cut their expenses by reducing the number of flights they operate.
Now we go to how to protect ourselves and others from infected coronavirus. There are several measures we can adopt to protect ourselves and others from being infected by coronavirus. First, frequently clean your hands by using an alcohol-based hand rub product like a gel or wash your hands with soap and water. Second, when coughing and sneezing, cover your mouth and nose with flex elbow or use tissue. If you use the tissue, discard it immediately into a clothespin. Third, avoid close contact with anyone that has fever and cough. Fourth, if you have fever, cough and difficulty breathing, seek medical care yearly and share information about any recent travels with your healthcare provider. 5. Avoiding unneeded visits to medical facilities allows healthcare system to operate more effectively, therefore protecting you and others. Last but not least, if you just have mild respiratory symptoms and no specific travel history, carefully follow the precautions I just explained and make sure you stay home until recovery.
How to shield the economic sectors during COVID-19. Coronavirus caused the GDP drop and creates the greatest global recession like never happened before. During this strike, a country should consider expansionary fiscal policy where they will increase the government spending and reduce tax. Through this method, citizen money welfare will be safely secure as the money will rotate back to the economy itself. Besides that, an economy can be saved throughout supporting local SME to increase amount of taxpayer and make them survive in this pandemic. It is really important to support our local community as to lower the unemployment rate. Furthermore, after few phases of quarantine, to ensure sustainability of a business, government need to reopen the economic sector which not require travelling far, non-essential products or any mass gathering activities. This can be done step by step, phase by phase, which requires time limit for the business to operate and ensure citizen safety by providing right SOP to all firms.